For C++, cin and cout form the basic operators of any useful code because they are the primary method through which a user and programmer can actually interact. A program can output a prompt on the screen which a user can respond to through a keyboard. Of course, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. These operators have already been created, and the coding software used simply needs to be told to include the compilation of code called a library in the program. This can be done by including the command #include *IOStream at the beginning of the code. But to actually use cin and cout also requires the use of two arrows. A good way to remember which to use is that they signal the flow of information. Cin gathers input from the user and gives it to the program, so the arrow should go away from it. In contrast, since cout displays information to the user, the arrow should point from the code towards it. Now to actually using them. As shown here, cout can be used to display a piece of text to the user through the terminal. In contrast, cin can be used to get information from the user, which can be stored for use later. Of course, there are multiple formatting options as shown here, but the important parts are that the command using namespace std can be used to avoid typing std::, but that can lead to namespace conflicts, so good practice avoids it. Also, rather than retyping cout for every line break, the arrows can be used to string them, both options leading to the same result as seen here. Finally, cin.ignore and getLine. Important here is that getLine allows the user to give full line inputs or strings rather than numbers or characters. But an important pitfall to avoid is that cin leaves a new line character, \n, which the program can take as input when switching to getLine. Therefore, cin.ignore can be used to ignore that new line character. Of course, if it isn't included, the program will take it as the next input, preventing the user's input. And that's the basics for cin and cout. Thank you for listening.